What's up, guys? Welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic, and today, oh my god, I am happy to say that I'm finally done with the carrier. It took way too long, like way longer than I expected. Currently, I'm a little bit concerned because I'm running now at 25 to 27 frames per second, and it was at a smooth 40 once I was not recording, and this is also 1080p, so this episode is gonna be rather interesting. So as you can see, we got three different sizes of flyers, and these three flyers have a common purpose in this episode. These three flyers are gonna land on this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the final version of the carrier, and my god, is it glorious, but it is also incredibly laggy, so please expect a lot of lag in this episode. However, when I go up to the cockpit and I put myself onto the driver's seat, the lag magically almost kind of disappears, which is pretty interesting. Maybe the game just renders stuff differently, I'm not too sure on that, but what I do know is that we're gonna try to land all of these, and it's gonna be very interesting to see how the not only creation itself is going to land steadily onto this thing over here, but also how the game holds up in terms of frame rate, because I do know that once very advanced and very big creations get close to each other, a lot of lag occurs. So the first one we're going to be taking a look at is Brent Batch's super mini flyer thingamabob, and that's not the actual name of it, but this one features glitch welding, which is also why all of these blocks can intersect the way that they do, and he has also been helping me a ton with this carrier over here, because in the previous episode I mentioned that he colored stuff in, but he has actually been making glitch welded thrusters, which I'll also talk a little bit more about a little bit later, but that is a huge time saver. Let's see about it. This one here is incredibly easy and very stable. Like, this is so good. So the only button really is 1, and that activates the main thrusters. Now you can't see the thrusters activate. Oh god, he looks so scared. But yes, you can't see the thrusters activate because I've turned off particles. I'm not too sure how many thrusters are on the carrier down there, like as in the final number of it, but I do know it is a lot, like a lot of thrusters. So I had to turn that off because otherwise the frame rate would simply suffer way more. But yes, let's see about this. So I'm going to get into the air. Oh crap, hang on a second. You know what? We need that carrier in the air first. Otherwise this has absolutely no point to it. Now look at that, it's also a hover car. That's actually pretty interesting. I have not used it like that before, but I mean, I guess that is also a purpose that you can have on this. So yeah, I am going to get this one into the air, and by the way, there is a few issues that I kind of want to talk about first, because this is a big creation, and there's bound to be a lot of issues with big creations. For instance, as you just noticed, the frame rate. We are at a steady 11 frames per second. First thing to notice whenever I turn on the engines is that the rotors are actually quite slow, and that's because of all the weight that are on the bearings. That I cannot fix. I don't know how to fix that, so I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to be right now. This is also the carrier 1.0, so there may be updates in the future. And the spider web here is actually not too complex. I mean, most of these colored dots, like the pink ones and the purple ones, they're all for cosmetic purposes. So it's not like there's, everything is wired up, even though I think that still drags some power from the game. But yeah, I say we take a look at the sort of key mapping on it, or maybe just the extended version of taking an in-depth look into the spider web a little bit later on. But for now, I say we make this one fly. Oh, good lord. I mean, now I'm at 8 frames per second, and that's what, oh, it just dropped to 7. Okay, right, but that's when I'm walking around on it. So the door here opens up, and then you can see what I mean by cosmetic things, like cosmetic stuff that I put on here to make it look like it's a really advanced carrier. And it's actually not that advanced. It's almost like a very simple flyer in Scrap Mechanic, but simply made a lot bigger, as in a lot bigger. But yes, all these characters in the real world look incredibly crazy and just very technical, so I wanted to mimic that. And by the way, I can just show you about the frame rate here. I'm not too sure how it's gonna go because I'm also recording, but let's see here. Yes, that is much better. It's a 20 frames per second. You know what, that is fine. I'll gladly take that. Like I said, you should be expecting some lag in this episode. Oh god, it's horrible once you get off the seat. I'm just gonna remove a little wooden pole that I built in here, which is a part of the building project. So let's see here. Here we have a little elevator that is pretty much a signature in Beast flying things by now. I mean, the previous carrier has it, so at least the carrier versions of Beast flyers are gonna have an elevator. And here we are in the very laggy cockpit. Again, 10 frames per second. Oh my god, it's a good thing that most of this is purely cosmetic stuff, and I wanted it to really look like it was a huge advanced carrier, and actually I think I achieved that pretty well. But yes, that is the front, so in the back we also got some command posts, or like control centers or whatever. I guess these are sort of the minions of the big guy that is on the seat there, which will be me in just a second. But yes, these are also purely for cosmetic purposes, and I tried to make the cockpit as good looking as possible. I didn't really do that well, but again, this is a 1.0 build, so there may be a bit of updates in the future. But I say we make this one fly. So first of all, oh my god, that is so tiny in the distance. Either way, the camera angle is a very good indicator of how big this one is, because you can only zoom out so far with the camera angle. I kind of hope that the camera in this game would be like simple planes where you could zoom out a lot, because this creation definitely needs it. I cannot go back any further right now, and I can just skim in through the windows. Yeah, so this is the cockpit, and I got a little spinny thingamabob on top. Again, the cockpit is very square, and I guess that's also because I wanted to get this video out as quickly as possible to you guys, so I didn't want to be caught up in a lot of cosmetic stuff that would also most likely be dragging down the lag, because I think all the cosmetic stuff in here is pretty much enough. Right, so let's press 1, and the main engines are going to turn on. I talked about this before, that the rotors were incredibly slow, and again, there is no way for me to fix that, so let's go up a little bit, and I can also, by the way, go forwards. This one is completely, fully controllable. You can go forwards, you can also turn from side to side. You can basically use this in a world as you wish, but it's a little bit risky because of all the frame rate issues and the massive creation that it is, and a lot of crashes were in the process of making this one too. So yeah, it's definitely gonna take a toll on your PC if you choose to use this. Right, I think I can show you a bug here, but what I need to do first is to go all the way down and out of this carrier, and as you can see right now, oh my god, this is literally dropping to 1 frame per second. Right, I gotta cut the recording, and I'll be right back so I can show you the bug. Alright, so here it is. I don't know if you noticed this before, but the carrier actually had a few feet that it could stand on. Like 2 or 3 frames per second. This is absolutely insane. But yes, it did have some feet. This is what happens when you land too hard. The feet are going to intersect into the ground. Actually, it's not feet, it's landing gear. But yes, they're going to intersect into the ground, and that is what is causing all this lag. So I need to reset it onto the left. And again, I'll be right back. Alright, so the carrier here has now been reset, and it's time to see if we can land something on this when I get this one into the air. So the first one that we're going to be checking out is Brent Batch's awesome little flyer over here, and there's a link to his channel in the description below, and I can highly recommend that you go and check him out. You know what, I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds while you go and subscribe to Brent Batch. Are you done? Cool, you made a good choice. Oh yes, it is in the air. Again, the rotors are a little bit slow, but you know what, I don't care at this point. This is incredible. So I guess it's technically just going to be like in the air. It's still going up just a tiny bit, which is pretty good, because then it's going up by itself and I don't really have to manage the height or whatever, so that's pretty good. So now what I want to do is just get onto this and hopefully we can land it up there. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so right off the bat, let's come on out here, and oh, this is looking good. There's also a gyroscope within the carrier, by the way, so that is going to keep itself stable. I hope it's powerful enough, because this one has a lot of weight to it. Let's see, I'm just going to balance the height there and the speed. Yes, coming in for a good landing. Very smooth. What the fuck happened there? It's intersecting. What the hell? This is going great today, guys. Okay, well, landing 1 has failed, and we are now at 5 frames per second. I'm going to take this little flyer here, and I'm going to put it onto the lift, and then I'm going to hop on down, and hopefully, oh my god, can I even get off of this? It's also tilting slightly, but that's because of the weight over there. That's also why I have the gyroscope implemented into it. Oh my god, the carrier's shadow, look at that. I'm just going down, so at some point I should get outside of the hitbox. There we go, and now the frame rate is a little bit better, just a teeny tiny bit, but it is incredible to see that shadow on the ground. This is actually the first time for me. Look at that, it's already all the way up there. Okay, so the next one over here is the little jet that we can also check out. This one is so freaking cool. Let's see, that one, no, so that, yes, okay. I haven't necessarily played around that much with this one, but I'm still gonna try and, whoa, okay, so that's the landing gear. Number 4 is there, and number 1 is the thrust. Well, okay, I still see the carrier, so that's good. So what we can do, yes, exactly, is this. This is a jet that actually has full WASD steering, so this should be very interesting to see how this goes. I am so freaking nervous about the result of this. Okay, let's just turn around here. Everything is going great. Everything is going absolutely great. I can possibly just turn a little bit more. Come Oh no, I just missed it. It's right up there. Come on. Oh my god, this is so bad, but still so freaking funny at the same time. Trying to land on a carrier, who the hell knew it would be this hard? Okay, just coming around there. Hopefully I can do a little bit of a half loop-de-loop, and then I can just get myself onto the carrier. I'm hoping it's not gonna hit the top of the skybox before I do. This is so freaking weird. Okay, I'm probably just gonna crash into it and burn to death, but this is freaking amazing. I am all over the place right now. Oh crap. Okay, right. I seem to have hit a wall there. I guess we can still just kind of make our way around it, right? And then out to the side. Is the carrier also stuck on the wall? I think it may be. I'm still gonna... Whoa, okay, there's another wall. The creator also said that that you should play around with the thrust a little bit. That's gonna make it way easier. We seem to be missing a block up front. Is that on purpose? I'm not too sure, but let's get up here anyway and disable all the thrusters, please. You know what? I just want to land on it and oh my god, no, please, no, for fuck's sake, I was so close. And the lag is seriously real. Oh my god, turn around, please, yes. Okay, this is great. All I need to do now is go up. Just up. Just go. Okay. Yes. Great. Beautiful. Turn off the thrusters. Go in a little bit and then forwards. And turn around. And hopefully this is just going to bump down onto the carrier. I'm not even too sure what I'm doing anymore, but it's working. It is actually working. Oh my god, I got it onto it. It is not a landing yet, but I got it onto it. And you know what? That is an achievement in itself. And I think we're about to tip over. Or are we? Seriously, this is rather impressive. Oh my god. Okay, I actually glitched out of it right now. But seriously, look at that. I know the lag is absolutely horrible, but this is pretty impressive. Okay, yeah. Everything seems to be kind of glitching out a little bit, and I think we've also hit the skybox again. So yeah, this is great. But this is super fun. This is a ton of fun. Actually, this is the most fun that I've had in Scrap Mechanic for a while. This is super hilarious. In case you want to record your own tries of doing this, I will gladly view it. So please post me a link on my email. There's a link on the About page on my channel, and I would love to see those. But please... I am not, like, please understand this, I'm not taking any responsibility for fried computers or, like, burned out computers or whatever, like, nothing like that. Oh my god, I can't even see the ground. Oh, look at the carrier up there, and I'm almost on the ground. Yes, I'm almost on the ground. Can we actually see this from all the way down here? I think we can. If we can, seriously, this is going to be incredible. I think, yeah, I definitely think we can because we're so close to the ground and we can still see it. Look at that. That is so freaking crazy. Yes, I'm on the ground. This is so cool. Alright, well, let's get the other thing down there. That is it. So the lag is just a little bit less present. And now it is time to get my own carrier and land it on the carrier. It's carrierception. Oh, and I completely forgot to tell you, this seat here, by the way, is the only way that you can get up here if you don't want to make any nerd poles. So, yeah, just be wary of that. There's a seat in the back, and you may have to jump to get up on it, but yeah, that is how you get on. Okay, guys, it is time to get into the former carrier here and see how this is going to go. I'm very excited about this, so let's just see. We're going to go up here, and because this one is incredibly easy to control, I don't think... Oh my god, the other carrier is tilting quite a lot. But yes, let's go up here. Oh, it seems to be going up a little bit too fast, maybe the other one there, but yes, I'm just gonna get on to... Oh, this is gonna be easy. I'm a little bit worried about my PC, whether or not it's gonna fry off, but yeah, this is gonna be easy. Did I just land already? Let's just try to take off a little bit more. I kind of want to get in on it, so it's not like, yeah, we're just on the side of it or on the front of it, hanging onto it. So in on it. This is so crazy. You can actually fit my older carrier, like maybe even 3 times the length of it on here. This is insane. I have no idea what I'm doing today, guys, but I seriously love this. And the frame rate... Oh my god, I told you to expect lag, and that is exactly what you should. This is better. This is much better. So I'm gonna be going away from the flat worlds because I need a better and more relaxing environment. That was freaking hectic back there. But yes, I am gonna be talking a little bit about the glitch welding because that is sort of what Brent has helped me a ton with on this creation here. So he gave me this over here, and this does not really look that special. There's a logic gate, some wood, and then a thruster. Well, not a thruster, there's many more. So whenever you hover over something with the lift, it becomes sort of halfway transparent, right? It becomes that sort of halfway white, and that's good. That marks the creation and everything, but watch what happens when I do it over here. Yes, the thruster or thrusters become white, completely white, and that's because there are so many of them. I'm gonna try to put this onto the lift and see on the parts. Yes, 42 thrusters in one thing right here. Again, I'm not too sure how this works, but you can go to Brent channel and check out his video on this. So what is happening here is that he connected every single one of these 42 thrusters onto the logic gate there, so that I would only have to connect this to one point. Right, so that would be super easy for me. Also, something that I need to point out here, whenever you hover with the connect tool over the thrusters, you can even see that the graphics there are slightly messing up. Yeah, it got that sort of an outline there. Yeah, it got an outline whenever it whenever you hover over it. But I guess that's just because there's so many and maybe only one of them is actually popping out, quite like the logic gate is whenever I do this. And it's also a little bit brighter, so the middle is darker here. I guess that's why. Oh, look at this, by the way. I'm deleting the thrusters right now. Nothing is happening. Well, something is happening, but you can't really see that. I guess we're near the end. Yes, there we are. This is freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then all you gotta do is just delete this. Oh my god, I'm so happy that I got that carrier done, guys. But you know what, guys? I say we just take a quick look at the inside as well, and then I'm gonna have to cut it here. But I'm gonna keep this one on the left because that is much, much easier to work with. So yes, see the inside here? There's not much going on in here, to be honest. We got some thrusters in each corner. These outer ones, the two ones pointing down, is responsible for going up a lot faster. The four ones here, by the way, this one is a little bit on an offset because there was a welding glitch, but that's okay. That is also symmetrical across the entire creation. And then we have the three ones over here, which is responsible for the main thrusters. And then that is of course duplicated onto every single corner, as well as this one here. This one is on the gyroscope, I believe, so that is one end that is being tilted up. And that yellow thing over there, yes, that is the gyroscope. I have to make it a little bit bigger and also, you know, a little bit longer as well, and a little bit more heavy on the spinning poles, simply because A, I wanted more stability, and B, well, okay, wanted more stability. I guess that's the only thing. But it seems to me that some of the thrusters may not be powerful enough, and so I'm gonna have to edit this and maybe put on some more. And actually, I don't even know how many thrusters are on this creation. Now, this looks very simple, because this looks like one thruster. Keep in mind, there's 42 thrusters for each thruster that you see here. And this here, of course, is the turning system, and that is A and D, and this is hooked up to the driver's seat, like way, way back there. This is how far away the driver's seat is. This is crazy. But yes, this is another system that I also used on the smaller carrier, and I figured, you know, this is also a carrier, so why not make that on this one as well? And of course, we also got the gyroscope, because that is very, very important to have. Again, I think that the thrusters may be a little bit, you know, too weak, so I may put on some more. But yes, that is pretty much it. I'm also still going to be doing the video where I show you how to build this one, and I'm of course also going to credit the people who initially introduced me to the idea of this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I'm going to get outside of this, and I'm going to get one last awesome shot of the carrier, and then that's going to be it for this episode. Ah, yes, 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 there it is. This is a perfect shot of it. This is so freaking cool. I'm kind of feeling a little bit touched because I'm finally done with this, and I can show it to you guys as well. There is a link to this in the description below, and I highly recommend that you go and check it out if your PC is good enough. Remember, I do not take any responsibility for any burned out PCs or any destroyed computers anywhere. But yes, guys, this is the carrier. Took a lot of work, man. Like, oh God, I don't even know how long, and I don't even want to think about it. All that I want to think about is that this is now done, and it's amazing. But either ways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into some more Scrap Mechanic. I am super happy the way that this thing turned out. Again, there may be a little bit of more updates coming to this one because the thrusters are a little bit off, and, you know, that could be a little bit better, but I'm so happy with the way this one turned out. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.